Okay, in this final tutorial, we're going to go over how to do some of the optional elements for the web projects. Okay, again, these are all optional, so we're going to cover how to do this. And first thing I'm going to do is pull up like Google.com, and I'm going to do some search for HTML backgrounds, images, and because one of the things that we can do is add a background image to our HTML document. And some things you'll want to watch out for whenever you do a search for HTML background images or just HTML, just anything. Be very careful with some of the websites that you go to, because they can be kind of sketchy. So I'm just warning you. They can be filled with ads and do all sorts of things that you kind of wish that they didn't. So anyway, that's my disclaimer, that if we start seeing weird things pop up on my screen or whatever, it's not me. Okay. I found a cool wooden image that I'm going to use. I'm going to go in my ITE130, my Student 29, and I'm going to call this one wood grain, and it's a .jpg. Okay, so there we go. That was my wood grain.jpg. I'm going to close that now, and you can do your own searching for background images to use, and yeah, just be careful when you do it. Okay, I'm going to log in there, and I'm going to go to my index page, and I'm going to turn the BG color right now, which is yellow. We're gonna change that to be an image. And the way that we do that is we type in background. Whoops, I wasn't on the background equals, and I named my background file woodgrain.jpg. Okay, and then if I save this, now when I go look at this, one is my file and this is on my local drive. I have not put over this to the web page. I have just now created a background image on my home page. You'll want to be careful with the images that you pick, because obviously I could do, alright, you want to see something crazy? I could do like, this one is called wood grain, but I could do wedding pic.jpg, right? That's also in my directory. And I could save that and wait till you see what happens here. Holy macaroni. Okay, not a very pleasant background image. You need to be careful what image you pick for a background, because I can't even see anything on this web page. We're going back to woodgrain.jpg. Okay, saving that, getting rid of that. This atrocity, that's just terrible. This is still not fantastic, but it's much better. I mean, you can read things a lot easier on that. Okay, so that's one thing. Is make image have a background. Make one page have a background image. Make at least one hyperlink that opens in a new window when clicked on. Go back to the previous HTML video and watch, because that one is covered in the previous video. Customize the color, behavior of links with very basic cascading style sheets. Okay, so let's check this out. We're gonna flip over to, let's see, I'm gonna do it on the requirements page. Okay, because on my requirements page, and I'll show you the requirements page. Remember, this is where I made all of my links. So if I do it on the requirements page, it's going to be the most visible of any of the pages. So I'll do it on the requirements page, and this is going to involve some very basic cascading style sheets. The first thing we're going to do is open up a style, and the type is equal to text, text/CSS, and we're going to close that style, and we're going to name our link classes next. Naming links and styling links is something that I never can remember right off the top of my head, and I think this is one of those things where technology has just spoiled us, because rather than memorizing all of these different codes, I just memorize that I can go to Google and look it up. So I've done just that. I've gone to Google and I've come up actually in a really cool website. This is w3schools.com. Has lots of stuff that can be very helpful. And this right here is what we're going to grab. I'm going to grab this code here. I'm going to Control C it. Some notes is that, you know, a hover must come after a link and a visited. Okay, here's a hover, and it's come after a link and a visited. Okay, a active must come after a hover. A active must come after a hover. Okay, so we're good. Check and check. So let's go back to our requirements page where we defined this thing, and we're going to go ahead and paste all that mess in here. I'm going to format. What? I'm going to tab it over to make it just easier to see, easier to read on the eyes. Okay, so that's a link, a visited. Okay, these right here, these FFs, these are hexadecimal values. FF is red. This is green. I don't know, the rest of this one is RGB, so it's red, green, and this is blue for active. We can use, there's a hover effect that's going to put a color over this. When you do CSS, you need to use the hexadecimal numbers. Go Google search it, okay, and that'll tell you the hexadecimal values for just about every color under the sunshine, and you can really have a lot of fun coloring your links and making them hover and do all sorts of neat things by changing all these hexadecimal values. You need that pound sign and you need that semicolon. So when you type your hex number, this is the value that you're replacing. Right here is those 6 letters and or numbers. Okay, so with just this basic CSS in place, I'm going to save this, and this is my project on the flash drive, and you know, here we go. My links are green. When I hover them, they're pink, and when I click, it becomes blue. It opens in a new window, but now when I go back, it's the visited color. Is the same. Let's see, red, green, blue. When it's being clicked, hover, it turns pink. Yep. Oh, I know why. Okay, yeah, because I have visited all these links already, so they're all green. They're all green because I have visited them all already. I clicked them. Okay, none of them are red because I have been to all of them before. Let me show you what I mean. Okay, I'm gonna make a new link real quick just for giggles, and I just copied that whole line, and it's gonna be like CNN. And this one goes to what? CNN.com. What the heck? If I can type right, CNN.com. Okay, because I have not been to CNN yet today. So when I refresh this now, then it's going to show up red, right? I haven't been there, so red. The links are being styled by the style sheet, and it's red if I have not been there. It's green if I have been there. It's blue during the process of being clicked, and it's like this funky pink color when I hover on it. So there you go. You've done a basic style sheet formatting. Okay, now in here, I'm going to make a note H. I'm going to put in not just a paragraph tag, and I'm going to add note. I have used basic CSS to format the hyperlinks on this page +3, and the paragraph tag. Okay, save it, and when I refresh, now there's a hey dummy. Well, not really. Okay, I'm not a dummy. It's a hey professor. Note, I've used basic CSS to format the hyperlinks on this page, and then it's a reminder to me that that's +3. Okay, you want to get all the points you're entitled to on this project, so go ahead and remind me and make it very obvious. Use a div tag to format a region called special box. You can make your special box with any dimension, color, or any other attributes you desire. Okay, we're going to make a very basic special box. Cool thing about style sheets is we already have our style sheet, so I'm just going to arrow down a couple, and I'm going to make a pound, and it's called special box. There is a brace. There is an ending brace, and inside we're gonna say there's all sorts of HTML, or there's all sorts of CSS box attributes, and rather than look them up, or rather than just try to think of them off the top of my head. Okay, here's our W3 schools, width, padding, border, margin. Okay, I'm gonna take this and paste it in here. I'm gonna add one more attribute on here, color, and it's pound. Okay, and that's red. So the background color is going to be filled with red. The margin is going to be 10 pixels, and it's going to be width of 250. It's going to have 10 pixels of padding. The border is going to be 5 pixels, solid green. So we're going to have like a red and green box here. But there is no box. So how about this? How about this? We're gonna make div ID equals special box. Close the div. This paragraph is inside of the div. Close the div. I just made a div around that paragraph. So I'm gonna save it. And now let's go view this hideous box that I've just made. Oh, that's not too bad. Oh, because it's background color. I think it's background dash color for this one, not color. Color is the font. Yeah. Color is for font. Okay. So yeah, actually, I'm gonna leave that the way it is because I thought I was gonna color the background red, but that's not too shabby, with just leaving the font red and letting it be, because it's if I wanted the background, it's background dash color, And now it changes the background color to red and my text is black. Okay, and I'm gonna do one of those things I call the hey dummy. This is this below is a special box div +3. Close my H3, and now save this. And when I go look at it, this below is a special box div +3 prof. Note, I have used basic CSS to format the hyperlinks on this page +3 prof. Okay, that makes it easy for me when I go to grade it. This is gonna get maximum points because I can find all the stuff really easy. So let's look at what else is there. Use a div. Okay, upload a PDF to your website somewhere. Okay, usually I post a demo PDF in Blackboard, and if I don't, somebody remind me, email me a reminder and I'll put it there. Okay, I'm gonna go get that demo PDF. This is just a little. Okay, so I went and grabbed the demo PDF, and I'm gonna load this on my student web page. I'm gonna put in an H3. This is a link to a PDF. What's that one? +1. Upload a PDF +1. /H3, gonna close the heading. href equals, make sure you're not herfing it. It's href. Herf is a very common typo. Demo PDF file /A. So where is my demo PDF? demo.pdf. It's right in my directory, right in my root directory. I saved it on my flash drive. Okay, here's my flash drive. It's N ITE130. I'm in student 29. Here's my demo PDF. It is in my flash drive. It's right in my same directory with index, with requirements, about me, my 3 pictures, my background image. Okay, it's there. So save this. Let's go view it. Looks like nothing changed, but here's my link. This is a basic PDF. Okay, so there you go. It's linked up to this. So this below is a special box div. This is basic CSS to format the links so that they do neat things when you hover on them and stuff. We've done a link that opens in a new page. And notice that I've kind of put all this stuff on the requirements page. It just keeps it nice and junky. That way you can go get, now that you learn how to use this stuff, you can go get creative on the other pages. But just dump it all here, learn it on the requirements page and just dump it, and then go use the other ones and make the home page and the student and the about me page. You know, go take some of these things and go put them over there and make them look nice. As nice as you can. I mean, this is not a design class, but you know, this is where you dump the junk, and then you can go get creative on the other pages. Okay, so we've got all of our stuff there, but we're looking at the flash drive, so we need to do something else, because we got all of our bonus points, we collected them all, but we got to go in WinSCP now, and we need to log in. I'm gonna at the student 29. I'm gonna connect. And for my final submission, I'm going to take the whole shebang. And I did that by, I clicked on About Me, and then I did a shift, and I clicked on Wood Grain JPEG, and I'm just carrying it all over. Yes. Yes. Replace, replace, replace. Yes, yes, yes. Replace all these things. Because I just want to make sure this is my final submission. So I just want to just dump everything from local to remote. Left is local, right is remote. And I just want to make sure everything that I have on the web is the most up-to-date version of what is on my project. And now if I go look at feistworks.com, ITE130, student 29, if I refresh this page, I've got my links are working. I've got a div with a special box, basic CSS to format the hyperlinks. This is the demo PDF, which, by the way, if I don't post the demo PDF in Blackboard, you can totally pull up my student 29. Go to ITE130. Note that one, it's ITE is caps. That makes a difference. 130, student 29. Okay, go to my homepage. Okay, you'll pull up my home page. Go to the requirements page, scroll down to where I linked up this demo PDF, load it up. Look at it on your screen. There's a save button right here. You can just save it. Okay, you can save it right off of my student 29 folder and put it right on your flash drive in your student folder. Then you can make your link to it. Okay, I'm just saying. That way you don't have to wait for me to load it to Blackboard if I forget. You can just go get it from the student 29 folder. And that pretty much covers it. That gets you all 10 of the bonus points. I think it's 10. 3, 6, 7, 8. I thought it was 10 points. 3, 1. Oh, right, yeah, because one of them has background image. So there we go. And one hyperlink opens in a new window. So that's 8, 9, 10. Okay. Oh, we didn't do this one. Email hyperlink. Okay. Look at me. I'm forgetting things. Okay, so I'm going back to my requirements. This is H3. Here is an email hyperlink. I'm going to say +1 in parentheses. Close the H3. Okay, then I'm going to do href equals quote quote caret email Professor Feist /a. Okay, and this is href is mailto tmf22 at email.vccs.edu. Okay, and that is an email hyperlink. href mail2 : the email address at email.vccs.edu, and it's you can put in whatever you want right here. This is the link text. This is the closing of the anchor tag. An email link is just like a link to a web page, except it links to a mail to, not an HTTP. Right? See, this one goes to an HTTP. This one goes to a mail to. So that tells HTML that it's an email link. So I need to save this one. That was the requirements page that I just updated. So I'm going to put that over onto the remote side. Let me log back in. Okay, I had a little, I don't know what that was, a little failure there. I went ahead and just said abort, reconnected to my student 29 account, and I was able to put it over with no problem. Alright, so now if I look at the website, do a little refresh, here is an email hyperlink +1 email Professor Feist. I do not have email configured on this laptop because all my email clients that I use are web-based, but if I click this, the security box is going to come up. It says that it wants to allow Office Outlook to use this, and I'm going to don't allow because there's no point. Outlook is not set up on this computer, so it won't even know what to do with it. But nevertheless, it at least worked, because when I clicked it, it said it wanted to open Outlook, so I know I did it right. And that's a way you can test it too. Even if you don't have email set up on your machine, it's going to try to find email, and that's a good sign. So anyway, that's all of your bonus points. And make sure, like I say, label them, put the little H3s in there, and then you've got all your bonus points. So that should get everybody 110 on this project.